Brayshaw takes a beauty. That's it. I'm growing a beard this week.
Thank you. Time back on.
Welcome back to Gus and Gawny, episode
75.
Wow.
Which I'm not sure that's ever been there before on one of our run sheets, but I'm glad it is because that's 3/4 of a century.
First time I've realised we've had a run sheet.
Yeah, there you go.
Exciting. Do we ever stick to it?
No, we do. No, not really. No, I actually haven't looked through this one. But anyway, it's good to be here. 75, 3/4 of a century. You don't raise the bat for that.
Angus Brayshaw, 37 disposals, but only 104 fantasy points.
Max Gorn.
How does that work? I understand myself, but I'm talking about you.
Well, so people who aren't watching the vodcast, Gawny's looking at the run sheet. They have our stats from the weekend. I'm not sure how the system works, mate. Do you?
37's like a 150 fantasy normally, isn't it? All handballs. Wow.
Yeah. Do you get more for it? Oh, you must.
And only 2 tackles.
How many do you have?
Two. Yeah, but
I'm 2 tackle club.
Yeah,
Anyway,
75. We digress.
Let's digress. 75, big effort. Who would have thought?
Yeah, look, I mean, and it's well reported, but after the first week, we were really good, and then we had a dip in the second week
On
with
the
Rick
rocks.
Lever, episode 2.
On the rocks.
If we went over how many people have listened to each podcast, I dare say episode 3 was rock bottom, because that's after Rick.
Yeah. People had completely jumped off the sinking ship there. I guess this is a good time for reflection, as good as any.
It was initially called the Captain's Run.
When did that change?
When you started to be the talent, and I was...
That was early in the piece, though.
Yeah, you were the talent the whole time, weren't you?
Oh, no. It was in probably.
Yeah.
By definition. But we're back.
Yeah.
The astute listener would notice it has been a while.
Yes. Well, we start firstly, we introduce everyone in the room.
We will. So we've obviously got our news hound.
We got our news hound, Kate Chandler.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Who is off the top with us with some very important news.
It's
there
big
is
news.
third and number 13. Oliver, that's too obvious. Clayton O. That could be coming back into the team this week. We got Dangerous, who's just been slugging
He's
away for
been
us.
doing the hard yards.
He's been the only person
in the trenches
who's decided to stay in Melbourne for the last 3 weeks. The rest of our team, Sam over there, has been over in Fiji.
Sporting a nice tan. Fijian tan.
Caitlin, who I rudely said could take over our socials, is actually our boss. She has been in Europe.
Yep, she checked out.
With Tess, she's been in Europe.
On a sabbatical.
Yeah, so we're all back in the same room today while they're sitting out watching us micromanaging.
Look at them over there.
Yes. So that's who we got off the top. The astute listener would know. 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks and a lot's happened.
Yes. So we've had 3 wins.
We have.
The second, so we normally do every fortnight. And you, Kate, I'm not sure if you remember this, but at 9:37 p.m. on a Monday night before a Tuesday recording at 9 a.m., Angus pulls out.
Less of a pull out, more of a forced push away
But something
from some commitments.
A commitment that you knew you had.
Yes. Oh no. I'm gonna push back there.
Okay.
Because we let's not get into the minutiae of what goes on behind the scenes, but I was absolutely not gone.
What's that word?
Just small details, like insignificant.
Say it
you just
again.
get minutia. Goody used it in the.
He did too.
In the chat.
Goody
the other day,
says
so
minutia.
Inspiration.
I just laugh, not knowing what it meant.
Yeah, that's an easy way to do it. But yeah, there was a lot of moving parts in the background, and sometimes you just got to wear one on the chin that you don't really deserve. And as you rightly pointed out, it was late in the piece. And so I guess it technically, everyone, the uneducated observer would say that's absolutely your fault, Angus. And I don't want to pass the blame on, so I'll cop it. But
we're going to do just a Cade Gorn one-off sort of podcast, but
We could have. We actually did catch up that day for breakfast.
we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to Jacob and the Beanstalk. I've rated them as one of my top 10 bacon and egg rolls.
Did you go to the bacon and egg?
Yeah.
We had a
We
bacon
both
and egg
did.
roll.
How did you find them?
It was phenomenal.
It's been
I
eclipsed.
lived very close to Jake and the Beanstalk. So
It's been eclipsed.
By?
So there's still, like, hand on heart, I still love the Jake and the Beanstalk bacon and egg roll. And Jake, I love all the people down at Jake and the Beanstalk.
Oh, the guy's name is Jake.
Yes.
Jake.
That's
and,
awesome.
And his
He's going
beans, they talk, mate. Those coffee beans,
okay,
they're really good.
Common Road.
But Hector's which
Hector's
is
Deli.
Hector's
Oh,
Deli.
mate,
Does
welcome to the party.
Does a sausage and cheese McMuffin that's the best thing.
I've been
ever.
on the Hector's train. Dom, the owner of that joint, is a member of Royal Melbourne. And,
And does
big
he bring
Melbourne fan.
Does he bring McMuffins down or
He doesn't. They're not allowed in the clubhouse. But
no McMuffins in the
No,
clubhouse?
no, you're not
Come
allowed
on.
to do that stuff, mate. Come on, it's a real golf course. But
Yeah.
we're
Well, it's a wedding venue
He's a
as well,
Melbourne.
isn't it?
Yeah, well, let's not have that update just yet. But he's also a Melbourne fan, so it's
Okay.
all about who you know in this gambit, in the sandwich gambit.
Well, maybe I'm Dom if you're listening.
Dom, I bet he is.
I love the McMuffins, but Jake, if you're listening, I also love the bacon and egg rolls at Jake and
Taking
the
the
Beanstalk.
beanstalk, so it works on so many levels. But here we are, yeah. So we had a couple of weeks off, and we're back now. I guess is the main point.
Few other things we just got to cap off. I'm not sure if this was in your news, Cade, but I'm just going to run a bit anyway. Congratulations on the baby news for you.
Well, to be fair, everyone who's listening is half a chance to know what you're talking about. That really bit me hard.
There was an Instagram which you don't know much of because you don't post.
I just posted today.
You never post for Gus and Gawny,
I just posted today.
and it's
Gus and Gawny.
getting to a point where I think you have to give up the reins.
I would really appreciate another shot.
You say that every time.
I just posted today. That's what I'm saying. You've gone the early. I did post today.
But for those that don't know, the brains at the Melbourne
was
Football
it?
Club, and instead of saying the brains, I'll just say
Oh,
dangerous.
yeah.
Dangerous decided to do a post,
Andrews has stitched me.
and the caption said "Baby Brayshaw" with an emoji of a baby.
Yeah, that was from a game I played in 2018 against Adelaide. So it was on the week of the Adelaide game.
Can be confused with announcing baby
potential
Brayshaw.
baby news. Your comment got how many? Like 100 and
I got a
200
few.
likes?
Got more than yours.
Yeah, well, because I got to my phone and messages.
Yep.
Oh my God, why haven't you? This is amazing news. And so I was like, what on earth? It was. I was late to the comment. My comment would have been an hour or two after
Yep.
yours, and I'd just been inundated with people saying, "Oh, congratulations! Why haven't you?" I never. No, so surprised.
Yep.
No,
And then
not the case. And then you
I
played the
ran
double
in-
trump card. That was a bit of diversion, so you could come through with your own baby news.
I ran into Danielle. Yeah, thank you. I ran into Danielle after the game, Adelaide Richmond, one of the two. And we had a function afterwards in the MCG at the Jim Steins room.
Yep.
And I went up and said, I thought she would have been all over the post because it was funny. And you were obviously getting inundated.
heckled.
Is that the
Inundated.
Inundated with text messages. So I went up to her and said, congratulations on the baby.
Yeah.
And she did not know what I was talking about, and then thought I was talking about a little app that she has where she puts a photo of you and a photo of her in, and it creates a baby.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other fish kettle. I got woke up.
What's the app called?
Uh,
You know what it is. It's on your background, mate.
It's an AI baby generative thing, and I got woke up. It was probably 12:30 in the morning on a random Friday night. We play on a Sunday, and just giggling. I was, what the bloody hell? I must be dreaming. It's gone again. The giggles have come again, and I said, Danielle, I don't know what the hell's going on, and she's just put a photo of a baby that looked a bit like her. And a bit like me, funnily enough. That's how the AI generative works. Yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh God, like, what's the world come to? Anyway, that ruined my life for about a couple of days. But you've actually, gone and had one yourself.
Why is AI in the news at the moment? I'm confused.
Because have you not seen The Matrix?
Yeah, but hasn't it been around for like ages?
Nah, not like this.
It's getting worse.
Not like this. Yeah. Soon The Matrix, will take over.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Well,
That's
all
my
the big
conspiracy.
businesses with AI are sort of around the world, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like what's it called?
digress.
The what's that thing where people just use it to do all their work now? It's like chat GTP.
Yeah, but I mean, people.
Yeah. But don't worry, mate. It's one day they'll come back. The AIs will watch through all of our episodes and they'll do it in like a split second because they're that smart, and they'll watch this episode and we thank you for all that you do, our AI overlords. And just remember that Gus and Gawny are on your side from the beginning. So there you go.
Okay.
That's our little plug.
Hound. Oh yeah, and
You've announced that you're having a child. Let's not brush past that.
Having a second child.
There's going to be also. What are you going? Any names that we're you
Uh,
gonna stick with the royal, or are you going to?
Jess is actually pretty keen on a couple of names. They do seem to be royal related.
Royal lineage.
She's a big monarchy fan.
Yeah, loves it. I actually know Jess loves the monarchy.
Yep. So there is a lot of names that are associated with royals. So there could be really anything. I'm not really
Angus?
giving away. I'm sure
Gus?
Angus has got some sort of royal
Has that one been
connotation
mentioned
to
at all?
it. No, Angus hasn't been mentioned.
Super
Nor is
royal.
Cade.
Max.
Dangerous has been given a chance.
Yeah.
No, so it's Christmas Day. maybe a couple of days earlier if he's a big fella. Which is presuming he will be a big fella.
Yeah.
He is a
Like
boy.
father,
Sorry,
like son.
he is a boy. I'm not sure if I'm
Yeah.
supposed to announce that, but yeah,
No, I think you
it's
did a
boy.
good job of announcing it on the. I thought you did.
No, I didn't say boy.
Well, we'll just cut this.
No, I mean, we're telling everyone it's a boy, so it's a boy.
Yeah, okay, it's a boy.
It's a boy,
There's some news for you.
which is great for father-son. Although father-daughter, there's actually only one game in the father-daughter. Is that the rule for father-daughter?
I certainly know it's a function in the competition without knowing the specifics, but yeah. So either way would have worked.
Yeah. My guess is George is going to be a ruckman, so I'm presuming we got a ruck family.
Yeah, okay. Couple of key talks like the King brothers.
There's all this. I mean, I get the chat about Gawny Grundy, but gone.
What you
I'll
want to
tell
do
you.
with LeBron James and play with you? Stick around for 20 years.
No, I don't need to stick around, mate. George is 6'2" already.
Yeah. Wow, he's a big man.
Yeah,
isn't
he's a big boy.
So was the second boy. 6'2" already. As
Yeah,
well.
he's
he?
yeah.
I mean, you got to feel for Jess, who herself is only 5'10".
Yeah, she's 5'9", 5'10", I dare say.
Yeah, geez,
But thank you for
Congratulations,
thank you for
Jess.
the congratulations. Speaking of congratulations,
Yeah, Chin. This could be anything. This
yeah,
news.
he
Congratulations. What have I done?
he's also got some big news off the field
Off field.
related news.
Yeah.
I mean, you went live with an Instagram photo the other day, so
that's true.
nowhere to-
Yeah.
yeah,
there's nowhere to hide.
Is there? So, I do have a partner now.
that's
So,
beautiful to hear, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. It's been
Did
it's a long time.
Was it from Farmer Wants a Wife, or
No.
have you got it somewhere?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just
Although,
through the usual channels.
just your
Usual
mainstream
social channel.
channels. Yeah. Known her for a while, so it's just popped up.
There you go.
Okay,
And
that's
here
great.
we are.
We love on the Gus and Gawny pod.
We
we do.
promote love.
Yeah, we're into it.
Yeah.
And the subtle Instagram was great. Those that follow Kate Chandler on Instagram, she's in one of those photos. It's hard to find initially,
Yeah.
but
You
she's
got to
there.
do some digging, but once you get in there, you find it, and it's I'm very happy for you, mate. So there's the
thank
first
you.
bit of news.
Yeah. Second bit.
You weren't planning that, were you?
No.
For
No.
Amy to be Gus and Gawny.
And you've gone with
and
Amy.
Jeez,
just
sorry.
disclose the name.
She's lovely, Amy.
She is. We do love Amy.
She's great.
Spelled
Anyway,
AIMEE, just for those.
Last name, for anyone wondering? No, that's too far.
I'll get onto some footy chat.
Where do you live? Go on.
So obviously coming up against Carlton this week, massive game for both clubs.
Yep.
Carlton have won 7 games in a row, and we've won 5.
Okay.
So it's the biggest, the 2 biggest streaks in the comp going head to head.
Our home game or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
No, apparently. Our away
no,
game.
not our home game.
There we go.
Do you reckon we'll have the home rooms?
Yeah, Carlton use the other rooms.
Yeah.
Dangerous doesn't know the answer to that one, but that's okay.
Dangerous just nods his head at everything we say.
So that'll be huge. So Saturday night, big game. Come down and support the boys. We're expecting a pretty big crowd for that one. Their season is still a little bit up in the air, and we've obviously secured finals, but still plenty to fight for.
There is a real thick pack, a peloton.
I swear that's every year. People say this is the
This is
closest race.
12, like-
People say it's the closest race of finals every single year.
Nah,
they say
usually-
that.
I think this
usually
year
it's
is
between
very
like
special.
10, 11, maybe no, like might be like 7, 8, 9, 10, not
Yeah.
5 to.
Yeah.
Did your
13.
brother still get it?
Nah,
They
that
can't,
was the
like-
nail in the coffin. For
But no,
them.
they literally can't.
I think they literally. I'm speculating. I don't know, but they were pretty somber. I spoke to him after the game, and he seemed like they were pretty flat.
Okay.
But I
yeah.
do agree with you, Gus. It's open slather. Like
There's slather is wide open.
there's 8 teams going for 4 spots.
There's 4 teams going for 1 spot as well.
That is true.
isn't there?
That is
in the,
true.
in the top 4.
Yep.
The Collins ride themselves. Great time to be a journo.
Awesome time to be a journo.
Are you
plenty
enjoying
going on. Well, my job's pretty easy.
Yep.
Dangerous and I, we help each other out and do a bit of news digging, but that's only around the Melbourne traps. So thank
That's
God I
now-
don't have to go into the wider AFL community to get
That's
my news.
now 5 times we mentioned Dangerous. He said if we mentioned him 10 times, we'll get a promotion. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's
Well,
keep mentoring Dangerous then.
He's done. He's done. So come off of a good win against North down in Tassie, down in Hobart. Beautiful weather. Down
Yeah,
there.
I would say pleasantly surprised. When I got to Hobart, Melbourne's dreary, and my experience going down there is it's
Even worse.
always colder.
Yeah.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. It wasn't that nice.
I disagree.
I just think relative to what I expected it to be, it was better than I expected.
Think
It was
I've been-
T-shirt and shorts sort of operation.
No,
I've been to
no,
Tassie
no,
3
no,
times.
it wasn't.
Been to Tassie 3 times, and that was the best weather I've had.
So I wore a jacket. I wore a jacket out to the warm up.
Yeah, then you warmed up and took it off.
No. I just
that
got out
makes
there.
sense.
I just got out there. I was like, I don't need this on. I took it off and left it on the side of the boundary.
Okay.
Such was the quality.
If
of
you
the
were
weather,
in the sun,
which I mean, we were
Yeah, we were.
I'm not sure what the hate is about Hobart.
probably the cold, which we've just mentioned.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that bad of a climate. If you narrow
Sorry.
it down, so there's.
Haven't you just gone?
It wasn't that good. I'm just saying the weather on the weekend wasn't that
Okay.
good. But people complain about Melbourne's climate, for example. Melbourne has I would say, top 20 climates in the world for a city, and it's only beaten by, I dare say, Sydney in Australia. It never snows. London snows, New York snows, everywhere in America pretty much snows.
You're flying. You're gonna have to land this plane somewhere because I'm not sure.
People complain about Melbourne and Hobart's climate. It's the best, one of the best climates in the world. The winters don't go below 10.
Plane landed. Yeah, look, I think you're right. It certainly, I can't remember. You might get some hail or some frost in the morning, but yeah. I think Melbourne's weather's awesome, by the way.
No, you're always Perth this and Perth that.
Yeah, well, Perth has better weather, so I don't think that's too. And South Australia,
Adelaide, beautiful
city
part
of
of the
churches,
world. Yeah, correct.
which you're not allowed to say. You're not allowed to call it the city of churches anymore.
Yeah, we've had a podcast
It's the
discussion on
festival
that.
state
Oh, it's the state of nice food and wine, apparently,
and people.
and it is.
I did that popped across my algorithms the other day.
What?
You're doing some sort of wine tour in.
The
That was
Penfolds.
for the Penfolds, our friends at Penfold. My friends, you obviously.
Did you
don't
run
like
into the
Penfolds.
Pepper Jack crew?
Nah, mate.
Okay.
Miss them. They're your mates though,
Yep.
so I don't want to step on your toes. I'm doing a wine bar though.
Back to football related
Stepped
news.
on.
Sorry, Gus. To
Sorry, mate.
Cut you
Cut
off.
me off. I'm rambling.
But
Cut him
four-
off when it comes about his wine bar. I like that.
4 of our boys
Lenny's.
have been
Lenny's Street.
named in the 22 under 22 squad.
Just 4?
for this year. Yeah.
I thought we were guaranteed 5. I'm looking forward to seeing who's missed out here.
missed out here?
Okay, so we've got Riv,
Riv,
Bowser,
tick.
Yep.
Bowie,
Cozzy,
tick.
Yep, I
Cozzy,
think that's
tick.
fair.
and Rui.
Okay, so not the best small defender in the comp.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sick to my
Yep.
That's interesting.
sick to my guts.
Who's
For those- for
do
those
we have
out
a
there-
list of who the small defender? Actually,
No, we don't. But
Do we know who picks the team?
no.
well, the overall team is picked by the voters.
Do we know who picks the squad? Sorry.
Yeah, the squad.
Can you?
Judd McVee's played on
That makes me so
some of the
sick.
best
Who-
small forwards in the whole
Mind you,
comp.
he's a first-year player, and I dare say this will be dominated by 4-year players.
Yeah,
and
but he's a
3-year
first-year
players.
player who's knocked off some. He's the best small defender in the competition. Who?
There'd be another first-year player in there. I dare say Sheasel would be in there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Sheasel's not going to the best small forward every week. Is he?
I mean, he's playing on a small forward, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
wait.
sending Knuckle to.
Are you calling Chandler not the best small forward in our team?
Well,
Sheasel went to him.
no, he didn't. I'm just saying, you can vote for the team. I would, and we've got a good track record with this. But can we vote? Maybe just vote verbally for Knuckle, even though you're not going to be able to click the box that says Knuckle. Just comment on it. I vote for Judd McVeigh or something. Like that.
I wasn't expecting him to make the team, but I was expecting him to make the squad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's a
the beauty
travesty.
of him is he's still got another 2 or 3 years to
Yeah.
be picked.
Yeah, but it's a respect thing.
I agree.
Have we got a chance for a skipper in there? Like a Bowie or a Rivers?
Potentially, but I would say I'd probably give it to Dacos.
Dacos.
Yeah.
The captaincy.
Which is, understandable.
Which
We've had
one?
a captain.
They
I know
both
Clary was vice, and he's quite lucky because the captain had to make a speech. I reckon it was Bont. I reckon the Bont might have been skipped.
Might have just.
I reckon the Bont was in it
Tactical.
6 times.
Well,
easily,
speaking of
easily.
multiple times, this is Cozzy's 3rd selection.
Is it?
Yeah.
And he's been in the team both times?
Yeah, I believe so. And it's Riv's 2nd time.
Okay.
The fan votes. It's Cozzy will make every team for the history of his entire 2022 career.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for him.
Well, after some of the stuff he did on the weekend, I will absolutely be voting for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've never voted for it, but I would vote for him.
I'm voting Van Rooyen.
I'm voting
Who's
McVeigh.
who are the tall forwards that are under 22 going around?
It's a good question.
I'm sorry to give you a question without notice.
Yeah, you really sprung that on me.
Are
I'll have to do some digging.
Are the Kings still in? The Kings
Nah,
are.
that
Let me
might-
do
that
some
might
digging. I'll put it
age.
on the socials, Maxie.
Okay,
I'll
thank
put it
you.
on the socials.
I'll
get us going on the social
Riley
media.
Thilthorpe?
Is he under 22?
Don't
Yeah.
know.
I think so. He's just younger than me, and I'm 23, so
That checks
that would
out.
make
Jeez,
sense.
okay, so we've got your girlfriend's name, we've got your age. We're going close.
Yeah,
How about like a credit card number?
that's enough about me. So there's actually a little bit of not controversy, but there's a bit of
Controversy. Give it to us.
potentially
What's
around
the difference between
around
those
the
two?
No, I'm just saying they're
pronunciation
Okay.
around the coaches' votes. So,
Oh, go on.
well, Nick Dacos is out for 6 weeks, and he's leading the
not gonna
charge
get another vote,
by,
is he?
by 10 votes to our absolute superstar, number 5, Christian Petrarca, who's on 89.
It's a good award, this.
This is a very good award.
We've had a strong history of Melbourne recipients.
We do. Thank you, Clayton, for the
And
last
Max.
couple of years, and Max also.
Stiff.
So very tight though between the second to fourth.
Okay.
3
What are we
votes
looking at?
splits.
Petrarca, Butters, Bonson, but geez,
Yeah.
some good players there. Isn't
Some very good players, and Bont is coming like
Bont
a
is
steam
charging.
train.
I swear Bond's been good all year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, and I think they all have been. Let's just get that one out there. All been brilliant. Track wins it for mine.
genuine Brownlow contenders. I agree. Track's in some phenomenal form as
Track
well.
gets
and
over the line.
Yeah, so with only 3 games left to play in the
I'm
season.
going the unpopular opinion. I'm going Dacos holds on.
That would be spectacular.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that,
That would
be
be
great to watch?
spectacular. Well, they go dark on the last. They don't publish the votes, so
That means Track, Butters, and Bond can't poll more than 10 votes for the rest of the year.
yeah, I mean,
3 games.
that feels.
Jeez,
Yeah, I reckon.
Go Dacos.
Wow,
Speaking of
that's a
coaches'
red
votes-
hot take. Yeah, go on.
Well done, Angus, on the weekend,
what?
polling 9.
You get
yourself.
9.
Yeah,
Wow.
cheers, boys.
Who
I
do
don't
you-
think I'll be troubling the scores.
Which one gave you 4?
Well, Viney got 5 from someone.
Yeah, so
and I
that-
think he would have got it from Goody because he's Goody's
No, but
love
you
child.
got the in-house award from Goody.
Well, you asked me a question, mate.
I reckon Clarko doesn't rate you.
I did. No, we're mates. We're family friends.
You
Ian
got a
Sticks-
friendship, don't you?
Do you reckon
we got-
Clarko was just looking
Yeah,
after,
but he's friends
after
with
Todd's son?
Jack as well.
Yeah, but he's. Yeah, okay. No, look, who knows? And look, we'll never know unless we get Goody on again and we circle back.
Maybe
to this
Clarko
day.
goes on fantasy points,
Could do.
and it wasn't
Who
a strong
wins?
fantasy.
Lucky Hunter gets 5.
Yeah, well done,
He
Locke.
he doesn't value handballs as much as kicks.
Hunts didn't get a single vote,
Didn't he?
and he won our fantasy department.
So the coaches don't look at fantasy.
There you go.
I
Who'd
should
have
probably
thought?
stop trying to get extra handballs.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
the last thing for me, guys,
Yes.
is our injury news. So obviously we had Pets go down with
Sad
a
face.
season-ending Liz Frank.
I want to meet
injury.
Mr. Frank.
Me too.
He was a French general.
I
in
got
the
a couple.
cavalry.
I got a couple of words for him.
Not a
He
fan.
was a cavalryman in the French army.
Presumably
and
had a sore hoof.
Well, something about the design of I think it was the design of the spurs in their boots and the stirrups that they would hook into when riding. They had a lot of people getting off horses, dismounting, and snapping their Liz Franks.
That's amazing.
So Liz Frank is a French franc. That's how it's.
Sounds very made up, but
Well, I asked the question.
Is it
absolutely
Mr. Frank?
back you,
Is
mate.
I think it's Mr. Frank.
Mr.
His first
Frank?
name's Liz. I said, who the bloody hell? What's a Liz Frank? And then I asked the question when it happened to me 3 years ago and 2 years ago. And
Is there a
got the answer.
Mr. Plantar Fascia?
You have to
Fashion.
imagine. True to form. Mr. Big Toe.
Mr.
Is there
Syndesmosis?
someone out there? Syndesmosis.
No.
Mr.
Sorry, we're
Heel?
pushing it. Mr. Heel.
So
Mr.
very,
ACL.
very,
Pinky
very
Toe?
unfortunate for Pets.
Yeah, that's
who's
bad
in
news.
flying form himself. Kicked 8 goals in the last 2 weeks. T-Mac and Kai Turner are set to make their
Turner back.
AFL returns this week.
Been a big time for Kai.
Yeah.
Has been, hasn't it? Good Haileybury boy.
Yep.
Excited to see him get out there. He's had a really stiff run for
Yeah,
about a year.
has. He's
Same
been
with
out.
Tommy as
He's been
well.
out. There's been a little bit of news surrounding number 13 for us and around his when he's set to return. And
Yep.
Goody said at the start of the week, if he gets through training, he'll be available for selection. And
So training was today. You're
Training was
the
today.
news hound. So
You're going to put it on a limb.
yep,
break the news. Is he playing or is he playing?
Cade Chandler.
I'm gonna say Clary's in.
Wow.
That's awesome reporting, mate. Very proud.
Now this means this podcast can't come out till after selection, which is annoying. But
Which is a shame, but they've waited for 3 weeks already.
I'm sure Carlton are planning.
Yeah, they would have to.
Clayton,
they're doing all. I'm sure, without knowing, they're putting contingencies in place. But that's good reporting from you, Cade.
Thank you. That's it from me, fellas.
Thanks, Cade. We'll come back with our guest, which is exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Hi Gus and Gawny listeners, it's Christian Petrarca here. The team at Zurich Insurance have been protecting Australians for over 100 years, from individuals and families to businesses large and small. They're your go-to for life insurance, income protection and business insurers. So check out their website or speak with a financial advisor to see how they can support you. Now let's head back to the boys.
Welcome back. Thanks to our friends in Zurich.
Yeah, you would have just heard
I'm not sure what are they running with for the ad wise. Is it still the one we recorded at the start?
No.
That's not us live for those playing at home.
Because Salem, I listened to one of our episodes and it was Salem saying something about
Oh, so it's not even us.
it rotates.
Okay.
I thought, maybe that would just be us flat out considering the strength of the relationship we have.
Yep.
But
We're all talking the same vibe that if you're in need for any sorts of insurance,
which people absolutely
in
are.
particular life
It's
insurance,
2023. If you don't have insurance, you're kidding yourself.
Zurich are the people. And if you're doing it, do it from the phone while you're at Sporting Globe,
Oh yeah.
Richmond, Knox.
That goes without saying, but I'll say it. I will say it anyway. The Sporting Globe, great wings. Every time we go there,
Great wings.
They wheel the wings out.
Yep.
Great wings.
You can even go to Morty Alec.
Oh yeah. Well, you won't.
I
You
won't,
won't see
but-
Gawny there, but
Okay, who we got?
we got Jacob van Rooyen.
Wow.
For people who have read the episode, for our 75th episode, we thought we'd get someone special.
big.
The demand for you, welcome mate, first of all, thanks for coming. The demand for you to come on this podcast has been overwhelming. That's probably why I haven't been able to post on the socials, because every time I go on there, I'm
Get
getting
JVR.
inundated by...
Just behind Trent Rivers. His demand
Yeah.
is incredible, but
Yeah.
He came on the other week.
He did, and the people just went ballistic. So,
some of the questions for Trent were like, what does he smell like and stuff like that. Well, your
see
questions
that
are like, how many goals are you going to kick? And
yeah. A little bit more football related, I would say. But anyway, still, the demand has been significant. The supply, obviously, there's only one of you, so we've just been shifting a few things around. And here we are, mate. We've got you on. So thanks for coming.
No worries, pleasure to be here.
what do you got for him first up?
Well, you were at Mum and Dad's house the other week with Judd and Taj, a couple of West Australian boys. So as a sand groper myself, it's good to see you coming over. And,
Sand groper.
that's the West Australian colloquial name, the traditional name. Crow Eater is
South Australia.
South Australia.
Okay. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Of course you do, mate.
Sorry.
You're West Australian. You've got to know all about that stuff. But anyway, the question, I guess, was, being a West Australian coming over here and myself, I know how hard it is to settle in.
Yep.
And, you've obviously got Judd and Taj on the journey with you and a few other boys. How, I'm interesting. I'm not sure you've spoken too much to the media through the Gus and Gawny vessel, so just tell everyone how you're going.
Can you land this question?
What's
There
been
it is.
going on?
Thank you.
How's things? How do you like Victoria? How do you like Melbourne?
It's been going good. Last year was, it was a little slow start, just getting settled, but really enjoying it this year and playing some good footy, I think. So it's been fun.
Where were you initially for host family?
The Edney's house. So
Yeah,
that's big
That's
house in Hawthorne.
Yeah, in Hawthorne.
Yeah, that's been around Harmsy. Yeah, back in Harmsy's day.
Harmsy was the first.
How did he get he feels like a Victorian enough bloke that you wouldn't have to relocate into the city.
Yeah, especially the fact that where we are currently right now.
Well, yeah, it's ironic, isn't it?
Is literally a kilometre away from Harmsy's house.
Yeah, true. That's ironic. So what do you like about Melbourne? What's the draw card?
There's a lot more to do here than there is back in Perth. The beaches here are nowhere near as nice, and probably not the weather. That's probably the downside, even though it's a nice day to day.
Still top 20 in the world though, climates.
Well, yeah, it depends on who you ask. Don't say that too loud to Gawny. He'll go at your throat.
It's hard to compete with Perth, that's top 5, but Melbourne's still top 20.
True. So the beaches, you still go surfing though? You got the board?
I do, yeah. But like I said, it's an hour drive at least to go surfing anywhere here. Whereas back in Perth, it's 5 minutes down the road. But
Are you any good?
not really.
Can
but
you stand up?
yeah,
Okay,
Can
so
you
that's a
like
good start.
when you're riding the wave? Can you do a little cut?
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that's enough.
Can you get air
Have you ever been in the barrel?
yeah.
Oh, well, here we go.
when you duck dive
How do you
under
fit
the
the barrel?
wave? Do you do that properly?
Yeah.
You get smashed off the board sometimes.
No.
Okay, so
Okay,
you're a good
so
surfer.
surfs.
He's
So
a good
surfs.
surfer.
Okay.
He's a good surfer.
Do you have a longboard or a shortboard?
Here I have a short board, but
We got two boards.
back home.
You got two boards, and he's
Mate,
just
give
casually
me a
saying,
spell. The guy surfs. You're
You
a
surf,
surfer.
mate.
And you've got the haircut too. It's a good looking like surfy blonde haircut. So I'm
"Where do
into it.
you surf here?"
Well, if I'm going down to the peninsula, go like Gunnamatta
Oh, wow,
or
okay.
Rye Back Beach, and
I
then
know
if,
where that
if you
is.
go down the other way to Torquay, you'd go Jan Jark or Bells. Hunty took me out to Bells once, so I did almost drown.
That's
that
the
day.
initiation, isn't it? That joint's intense.
Yeah, that's more for
Big waves.
Jonesy even struggles there.
Angry water. There's angry water down there.
Jonesy, you've been outside chance to drop in on you and start a fight in the water. He's that type of surfer.
Have you ever been in
really?
a fight in the water with someone?
No, I'm pretty chill. I'm not good enough to start getting angry at people for,
Do people
for messing with me.
people drop in on you? That's the terminology, isn't it? Drop in.
I think that's skating. That might be skating.
No. It is right, but
Okay, there you
If
go.
you're on
You're
the
right.
wave, someone can't just jump in on the wave on you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I thought dropping in was skate into a bowl. Like,
I mean, different
That
sports
is-
can have the
that is-
same
that is also
terminology.
drop-in, but
there you go.
drop
Crossover,
into the
bit of
wave.
crossover. I think we're both right, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure football has dropping in for some people. Not for Melbourne, but
Okay. Not sure about that.
yeah. See,
Adjusting well to Melbourne life.
adjusting
Yes,
well to
And I
Melbourne
think
life.
it's been
going
reflected
well.
in your performances. You've had how many games have you played this year?
Maybe 15 or
Yeah.
so, 15.
Yep.
Because the Jungle Drums were beating loud last year. Like, give us Van Rooyen. We
I
want
was
Van Rooyen.
I was
banging
part
them.
of that. I was banging them. I was
Yeah.
banging them down.
So what's changed? You feel more? I'm not sure. Comfortable, is that the right word? Do you feel better prepared? What's changed
Like
over
this
the
year
last year?
compared
This year
to
compared to last.
way fitter. Like I was, probably not in
Old Cramp Van Rooyen, they called him.
AFL ready shape. I was cramping in the halfway
Yeah.
through the third quarter in my VFL games last year. So went back to Perth and did a lot of running with Taj. He's a
fit.
good runner. So
Is he?
There's
it was either keep up with him or get left behind. So
kept up.
tried to.
Will you do that every time? Go back to Perth, you reckon?
In
the off-season?
for now, while I'm still young and just trying to solidify my spot, I guess. But
Yeah.
maybe, hopefully, when I'm older and I'm a bit more of a regular like you guys, I'll explore the world a bit.
Pop over to Europe.
Maybe we'll see.
Well,
Yeah,
mate, just
both-
join the
we'll
Gus and
see.
Gawny work stuff. Everyone's been doing it,
It's
mate.
dangerous, actually, is due a break.
Aaron's
at
just
some
packing your
point.
bag over there in the corner. So just join the crew.
Now you're living with Monez.
Yep.
Andy Monez,
Andy
Wakefield,
Monez,
for those
Wakefield, for those playing at home. And that house intrigues me.
Really?
Yeah, it intrigues me a little bit.
What
Who would you say runs that house? Who makes sure things are like the house isn't burnt down currently?
Who's management and who's the
So
employee?
I think I sort all out the kind of I do all the people work. So
Okay.
I deal with the real estate agent. I
Yep.
deal with the
Yeah,
the landlords and
you pay the bills.
I pay the bills and just get Andy to transfer me
Okay.
and
So what does
all
he
that
do?
kind of stuff. Gives me money. He also does all the outside work, so he'll mow the lawns.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Cut the trees and
I guess that's
He's out there hedge trimming as well
yeah. Well, he actually
in a rental.
He hedged the neighbours' bushes the other day. So,
that wouldn't have gone down well.
well, no, they're our landlords, so we had to.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Did you get less rent, or was that like, hey, come live in our house, but you have to cut our?
I don't know. Well, it's going to be awkward if they try up our rent and we live next door to them.
Oh yeah,
Just
that's a
throw-
good tactic.
Just throw eggs.
Toss a couple of eggs over. You
do
guys
they-
have got a soft alliance building. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah,
As
would-
like a little ruck craft. sort of
Can we get there?
Well, that's what happens in an interview. You ask a question. And
Well, I'm still on the house.
On the house.
Oh, you still want to
stage.
go? Oh, okay. Well, sorry, listeners. That was
Who's close to you? Who do you throw? Who can you jump the fence and you? Is that
Chin. So
Chin.
Chin actually lives diagonally behind us. So
Can
I
you give us
actually-
Chin's actual address? We're just no, don't. So Chin and he was with Petty, but now with
Yep.
just a mate.
Yep.
And they're literally directly.
So I can see from my bedroom window into his backyard.
nice.
Like the other day.
That means he can see from his backyard into your bedroom.
No.
window.
So I've got
No,
like
you
this
said the
really
elevation.
skinny
Okay.
bedroom window that I could just stand up on my bed and peek out.
That's a
and-
strange. How often do you do that?
Oh, well,
Daily.
actually, every morning, when Pets lived there, he had his 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Open my window and whistle at them every morning, and they'd just start
Nice.
going nuts.
That's a smart little move.
And Pets, I think by the end of it, he wasn't
Yeah, you wouldn't have loved that.
entertained by it. But no, like I will look down and sometimes Chin's just sitting in his backyard around his fire,
Yeah.
just staring into it.
And what doesn't invite you over? You just don't
He
get
does some days, but I think some days he just wants to be alone.
a man in his fire.
And who cooks out of you and Monez?
Oh, we'd probably split it, dude, 50-50.
Yeah.
It's pretty
And
basic.
you've been polite when he cooks.
being polite.
Like
As in good food, mate. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. So he'll cook, I'll clean. Like we've
Yeah,
got a
okay,
system
so it's a
going.
good system.
That's good.
Playing,
Speaking of good systems.
playing good footy, Monez as well.
He is. Well, not as good as our man, but
Different players.
different players.
Now we can go into
Well, yeah, I was
The
going to
type of
say
player Jacob is.
you've been sort of pinch hitting in the ruck for the last probably few weeks or so.
Ruckman.
Yeah.
You're a,
Last month or so.
are you a premiership ruckman? Did you win the VFL flag?
no,
second
I
ruck?
was a forward.
Just forward.
I was just forward that day. Yeah.
Who was that? That was Weeds and Ryan Valentine.
Weeds and Rhino, yeah.
So how are you finding? How's his ruck craft?
It's good. It's good. He's nailed one of our hits.
Which we won't tell. We don't want to give that a potential opposition.
I mean, we do, at some day we need to go into our hit zones because some of them have some hilarious names.
That's an X-rated. We'll get like one day to sit around and
Tom Sparrow just got.
We could do like an OnlyFans, Gus and Gawny OnlyFans, where you pay and we just like start telling trade secrets and weird stuff that
we'll just get our
can't
Instagram.
tell. We can't tell it here. I'm sorry about that.
We'll just get our Instagram going first.
With me. That's a fair point.
So we'll start with that. But Jacob is quite a handy ruckman.
Yeah.
7 hitouts on the weekend, I see.
7. I reckon that's career high. I haven't beat 7. I've had 7
couple of times.
Let's break that
You
glass
rucked the
ceiling this week.
last 6 or 7 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
did. They dragged you.
Yeah, they dragged me.
Probably the
Passing of
hardest
the
6
guard.
minutes of AFL. I've played up against Big Goldie, who's
Big man.
300
Seasoned vet.
300.
So you reckon his
games.
craft's pretty good. How do you find the ruck? Yeah, is it something? So you're obviously a spearhead forward. When you get the tap on the shoulder, come into the ruck, you thinking, how good's this? Or you're like, geez, I've got to toe the company line here. Or
it kind of depends who I'm up against and
fair call,
how I'm going in the forward line. So, like against Richmond, I'd kicked 4. I was like, I kind of want
leave
to
me down there. Yeah,
stay in the forward line. But Pets ended up kicking 2 in the last.
Sure.
But no, being in the ruck's good. Gets you around the ball a little bit. And
I'd imagine it does. I've never been. I've always been a ruck.
Sure.
I've never really been a tall forward that floats into the ruck. But I imagine Tom McDonald always says this. It's great if you're having a quiet day forward to be able to break it up.
Just get in
come
there,
in and just get around the pill.
throw your weight around, which you do. You do that pretty well.
VFL flag last season. That was pretty cool.
good fun.
Yeah. Did you kick any in the granny?
No, I didn't. It was
Not
wet
a not
day.
yeah, wet day.
It wasn't a key
It was a
forwards
wet
day.
day.
It was a wet day.
Yeah, Southport really brought the weather with them, didn't they? And
It was a tropical storm almost. I remember. Bloody hell.
I mean, on a serious note, we do talk about how much we all wanted you playing and you probably wanted yourself playing. Do you look back in hindsight and go that year was just a great year for being able to set yourself up for this year?
Yeah, I think so. Like I definitely wasn't ready to be playing AFL, and all the coaches and staff knew that, and that's why I didn't. It probably would have been just throwing me in the deep end a little bit. Like I would have been nowhere near fit enough, and the speed of the game probably would have been too quick for me. So I think, in hindsight, it's probably been best for my development.
Can we talk about the form that the tall forwards were showing at the start of the year, coming into pre-season? So there was all this noise around you debuting, which was fair enough because you were dominating training. And then with like 5 weeks to go before round 1, Ben Brown just started kicking bags of 10 on Stephen May.
Insane. And Tommy McDonald's
Don't say that. I said that to Maisie the other day, and he cracked it at me.
Yeah, why? He reckoned it was someone else.
He goes, "Nah, that was Rick." He just straight away points to Jake Lever and goes, "Nah, it was Rick."
And then Tommy
McDonald
McDonald just started randomly firing as well. And all of a sudden it was the biggest race for a round 1 I've ever seen.
Insane. So when did you play your first game? What was your debut game?
Round 3 against Sydney. Yeah,
That was a good one to debut.
Yeah, I actually do remember that. That was nice. Nathan Jones presented the jumper.
Yep, I remember that. It's a nice touch. I like the way we do that.
That's a great number. The Robbie Flower, Nathan Jones number 2, and now the Jacob van Rooyen. That's going to be a very, very fan. Who wore your number before?
Shannon Burns.
Shannon Burns, Cale Mortem,
Daniel Ward.
Daniel Ward. Who's the most famous 10? Or
Carl Ditterich.
Okay.
I've actually worn the number the most. I've got the most games
You're the
in
one.
the history of the club. Somehow.
I reckon Steinsy's got me by a bit. He played like 250 in a row. So
Yeah, so at the very least he's at 250.
yeah, I think just a little bit less than 250 in a row. But I think Jack Crisp is actually about to take that over. Crispy's played like 220 games in a row.
Good on you, Crispy.
Phenomenal. In today's modern day,
Yeah.
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, absolutely. He's done it. It's a fair effort.
Yeah, over 2 clubs. Sorry, I know this
good
isn't.
on you, Crispy.
That'll probably be touched on in the what's Trelaw and Dunkley's podcast.
Is that still going?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they stop it?
Yeah, no, that's Rish and Raf got stopped by popular demand.
Keep track. I'm on a zag from football. You've been zigging. So
Okay.
what's the off field? What do you do?
It's a great question.
Yeah, because you're a bit of a. I see. You were all over Lingers for how much of a fraud he is, and it just feels like you've seen things on a different wavelength than the average punter. So when you check off, go home. It's your time. What do you spend besides surfing? Obviously, we heard about that.
So we've spoken about surfing. Hanging out with Andy, boys, Bailey, Laurie, Deacon, they all live around the corner. Chin, but uni. So I'm doing.
What are you doing at uni, Jacob?
Business degree at Deacon. So
Love that.
it's only a unit a semester, but it's still.
Oh, it took me 8.5 years.
Did you go in?
Yeah. Nah. So I think
Done online.
Yeah,
You got to go
all
in. That's where it's
online.
about. Have you ever been in?
So I had a
were you
full
online?
year out of school. Well, yeah, I went for a full year.
Oh, were you a year younger? So on.
Yeah,
right.
finished school early.
So was I. Like I'd
Yeah, it's
finished
the way it is
school
in Perth.
In Perth, and
How
then
much did you get done in that year of your business
I reckon
course?
I did. No, well, I actually did human biology for a year.
That's what I really wanted to hear because I anticipated there'd be something. You know,
That's Luke Jackson vibes.
yeah, like astronomy.
Yeah.
He's different.
He wouldn't
he's
be at
looking
university
stuff.
though.
No, he's not. He's thinking differently though.
He went to the aquarium and said, "This is the best day of my life."
Yeah, I remember that. Human biology. Nice.
I took George there the other day, and George thought it was the best day of his life as well. George and Jacko. Anyway, that's too much Jacko. That's 3. He's
Yeah.
catching dangerous.
Yeah, we'll cut back there.
Yeah.
So you changed just because of the
Well,
workload and stuff? Or
I don't know. When I was just out of school, I found it really interesting, but then I kind of realised
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know
studying human biology.
where this is going to take me. It's I can't just get a human biology degree, then go do something.
Start cutting people open.
I have to get that and then go do another 5 years in this.
Yeah.
and this. So
That's fair enough.
Oh, you're allowed to foster a small biology passion as well. You don't have to go to uni. So just keep your options open, mate. I like that, though. Little business degree.
Human biology, would that be leading to surgery type setup? Or is that...
Potentially, it could be human genetics. There's a lot of genetics.
yeah,
I
you can.
imagine.
Like, cause that's why I did it, because you could go a bunch of different ways from there. I could go from anything being a PT to a surgeon. So
Hopefully, to all the PTs in the world, I'm sure that's the hard way to get to PT.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure.
I feel
Having
like
never
there's a
been one
Cert 4.
myself.
Isn't there a Cert 4 you can go out and get for PT?
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd have to ask Jacob. I'm not 100% sure. Human biology. There you go. Yeah. Well, I noted that. I thought I'd like to know that because you're a bit of a, as I said, you see things on a different plane. How are you liking the business stuff? Just that really is Ed Langdon. We're talking about Ed Langdon fraud behaviour. He's a raging capitalist. So are you enjoying the study?
it's all right. Like it is.
Bit of balance.
It's a bit of balance, but it's also a bit of a
Drag.
at times. And
Did you do a uni degree?
Teaching.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, I started to obviously the placement became a little bit messy.
Yeah.
I started actually doing almost Auskick clinics when I was going to primary schools
Nice.
rather than actually doing placement. It was quite difficult.
So you've done my teaching degree stuff isn't red hot, but do you do the basics and then
Placement's pretty early.
Okay, placement's early in the piece.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like you haven't gone very far through
No,
the degree.
I'd be a year down.
Yeah. Okay. You
And
gonna go
that's-
back? You gonna finish it when you're done? Yeah, okay. You've different things.
I love teachers and I'm all about them, but
Well, my mother's one. She's one of the all timers.
Seems like a-
friend of the podcast.
seems like a tough gig.
Yeah, they're hard yards. I would hate to be my teacher. That's why I just think, how could I ever be a teacher when I know what I was like as a kid?
And they go on strike too much.
Yeah, well, that's, let's not get into the labour laws of the country. We don't really have to spend too much time there.
No, we can if we want to. It'd be a different podcast.
Podcast. That's the
what,
X-rated podcast. So, Gus and Gawny OnlyFans.
what nickname do you want? Do you want Roo or Roy?
Do you love when everyone goes, "Woo"?
Yeah, it
love
feels
that.
pretty good. It feels pretty.
That's
cool.
cult status, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I've only had it with Weeds. Weeds had Weeds. And then before that's Adam Uze, and I didn't even play with him.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's about time we had another
So
one.
keep firing that one. You happy with that one? Fire that one up.
Yeah.
And we have great news for you, just to finish on.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to finish.
Last time we were with you, we gave you the Rising Star. That's the
Significant.
powers we have at Gus and Gawny.
We
We
make things
said
happen.
Jacob van Rooyen, Rising Star. What was that after?
The Carlton game.
The Carlton game. Oh, just
Spooky.
in form.
That's spooky.
This time you're in the 22 under 22 squad.
Squad. Congratulations.
Haven't
Haven't
been
been
very
picked yet,
exciting.
but geez, I don't know what games they'll be watching.
There is there's some big issues in that squad with someone that's missed.
Yeah, they haven't picked Judd McVee, which feels like a real flaw, but
They have picked Trent Rivers, Jake Bowie, and Keziah Pickett.
and yourself. So
That's already 2 half-backs.
well, yeah, exactly.
our
Yeah. I guess no, you could have 3 from one team. I still think it's
That's
a
a
bit of
good
joke.
point. They've
I
probably
still think
looked
it's
at
a bit of
that.
a joke. Come on, defender off the bench, put one of them on the bench. Get
Yeah,
the
but they
rotation.
probably have looked at that.
Yeah, well, that's still a mistake in my opinion. But congratulations, mate.
Cheers.
We were trying to brainstorm. Do you know who the other tall forwards would be who are under 22?
Would be John Miss. He would be in there.
Yes, and he's going really well.
Well,
Would have thought
Yep.
Logan McDonald maybe.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we had him on.
yeah.
Is Riley Thilthorpe still in that?
Yeah, he would be. He's
He'll
on
be-
he's on a year above me, but that'd probably put him in the ruck. I
Forward,
reckon.
well, Jacko would probably be ruck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's
those two would be there.
some good. Yeah, look. So congratulations, mate. We're doing our
Tough.
best.
Miss and Logan. Okay, good luck.
Yeah, good luck, mate. No,
Miss is taking contested marks for fun.
I'm taking.
I'm taking
my man over.
You said off air that you probably would take Logan McDonald, but I would take JVR.
Before you came in the room, yeah. So sorry about that, but yeah. No, that's all from my end.
Yeah, it's all from mine as well. I think it's been a tidy interview.
Yeah.
Pretty clean. We
A
worked
few
out.
ups, few downs,
We
a few
worked.
cuts.
Yeah, a few cuts.
There'll be a few things cut.
And
Good to have Sam back. You actually.
good luck. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you out there.
I'll see you out there too.
Won't see
And
you
we'll be
in
back for episode 76.
Yeah, we will. I'll put some stuff on the socials and off we go.
No, actually, can you put something on socials tonight
I will.
that
Yeah, I will.
says
Yeah.
I want you to
know.
vote? So one of those, on the Insta stories where you can vote.
You can do that.
Do I keep reins of social? Yes. Or do I hand it to
Okay.
someone else?
No, I think that's fair. I just want to let everyone know who's listening. I would really like to get another chance at the job. So please consider that.
7th chance.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.